I have a very big problem where we are expected to do something in a particular place at a particular time in a particular way, and those that order us don't do it themselves. I call that hypocrisy. I don't know about you. In this instance, I'm referring to councils all up and down the country in relation to the council tax. Now, if you think they've got a bloody cheek, subscribe to the channel. Let me know exactly what you think of it, because these stories come out all the time, especially when I do a video on council tax, whatever it happens to be. I get emails telling me about people's experiences. That's the great thing about this channel. I've received an email and I want to share it with you so you know exactly what's going on. And it was over a small matter of £6.88. So here we go. I received this, well, yesterday. Hi again, Andy, regarding your video on council tax. This is hot off the press as it only just happened last week. So, just before Christmas, I got a nasty demand letter from my council to immediately pay £6.88. I was furious that they put effort and postage into harassing me for just £6.88. So I rang and gave them my opinion, only to learn that this bill was generated by their automated system. They always blame automated systems or some other intervention, so it's not their fault. Have you ever noticed that? And that angered me more. I also pointed out that the week before, I'd received a letter from the council stating that I was being awarded a £100 voucher from the council's household support fund, very much needed for many people. So, strictly speaking, they owe me more than 10 times what I owe them. But I added that I wasn't sure when this voucher would be sent. And I said, with Christmas due, it may stretch into January. So the guy responded saying he would put a note on my account to clarify that I would pay whatever was outstanding sometime in January because of this voucher. He lied. During the Christmas week, I learned that I'd made a small mistake. A family member told me that the letter I had was the voucher, as it had a barcode for payment at a post office at the bottom of the letter. I realised that he lied by the result of being bombarded with automatic phone calls, text messages, and emails sent between the 1st and the 3rd of January, now for immediate payment of £36.88. Now, I was really fuming, so I sent an official complaint by email demanding this be investigated. And I pointed out that I had the £100 voucher, but since it was snowing at the time, I demanded that they honour the original agreement so I could cash the voucher when the weather improved, and I would see it paid sometime in January, as originally agreed. That went down like a lead balloon. They replied very quickly saying that they considered my complaint to be stage 1 and investigated, but found they'd done nothing wrong. Within a couple of days, I got a summons and an additional £85 to pay. I was fuming. This was war. I figured out who my local councillor was and emailed the situation to her. I think you can find that very easily on the websites. And also the chief financial officer of the council is another one to tackle as well. And I added that on the 25th of January, 2024, I cashed the voucher and paid the entire £100 of my council tax because of the summons. But I said I'm not paying their arrogant £85 since I've never been to court. I said the £100 is to cover £30 for December, plus £6.88 owed, £30 for January, and the other 33 is for February, since we're now in February. Apparently, she referred my email to the assistant Director of Finance. Now, the Director of Finance they refer to as a Section 151 officer. I'm not sure what the Director of Finance is. Anyway, about a week later, he replied to her. She forwarded the reply to me, and it was solely focused on my initial contact in December about harassment for £6.88. He said they're reviewing their processes for dealing with outstanding menial figures. He also said the summons and £85 costs were quashed, but no mention of the previous investigation or about his staff lying to me. I've since replied, thanking my counsellor for helping me to get this review and their policy and scrapping the summons. But I added, I'm not happy about being lied to in a ridiculous investigation that found no wrongdoing. I'll follow up to you with this when I know more, Andy. Total and utter incompetence. It's miscommunication. The computer said no. Automated processes make for a complete and utter disaster. And, thankfully, this person had the backbone to stand up and say, oi, pack it in, or, do something about it. A lot of people don't. And a lot of people would fall foul of the system. Let me know what you think in the comments. As I said earlier, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. I look forward to talking to you again soon. If you want to see another one of my videos, there's one there. Toodaloo.